Jenny Sue Sober here. I haven't done any videos for quite some time. A few months, maybe a month, because I smashed my computer in one of my traumatic rages. And because I've been slipping, drinking a little bit, on and off, one here and then not for a while, and maybe 2 or 3 and then not. Found myself going quickly right back to daily drinking. It's pretty amazing how that can just come back to life. So it's been about 2 weeks since my last drink, and splitting firewood today, tomorrow. I have about 10 cords on hand to get done. I'm glad I'm not hungover. Yeah, it would be pretty rough out here to be doing that, but that would be the norm, and I would just suck it up and work through the day. How the body just keeps going through all that. It's incredible. But my body's getting older, and it needs to not be flooded in alcohol. Nor does my brain. Because my last drink, I was a slurry mess. My brain was just a fucked up mess. I have a lot of sadness, a lot of anger, pending from past traumas, residual of all of it. And as I'm not drinking, those are being elevated to be looked at, to be addressed, so I can one day heal from them and not be sad and angry. But I've never been able to understand how I truly feel when I'm angry or sad or even happy, because I've drank for 3 decades, daily, chronic. I've never learned how to truly feel. This is new learning right now, from therapy and treatment. Learning how to feel. And I think that's how then we can heal from those, right? Feel to heal. But it's a big discovery to realize that I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel sad. I don't know how to feel angry. It's just trapped in me. And so that's why these traumatic rages and crying fits, non-stop crying fits, occur, because those feelings are trapped. So that's the journey right now. That's the path at the moment to be on, learning how to feel and not drink down all those traumas or smoke them down. And that was a whole new brain rewiring taking place. I think of all of the addictions of tobacco, marijuana, cannabis, or alcohol, are like toggle switches. They toggle off, and one toggles on, and that one toggles off, and one might toggle on, and so the goal is they all toggle off, right? And that is, I think, what they refer to as complete surrender to our addictions. So I'm learning to completely surrender to my addictions. I truly do not know what it feels like yet to be completely clean and sober. 2 weeks after my last drink isn't enough time to feel completely clean and sober. It's going to take some time to purge out of my body and allow the brain to rewire back to whatever it needs to. I don't know what that is. But in the last few weeks, months since I taped any of my daily activities, I've been on a few camping trips and still loving my little Terry, me and the pups, out adventuring to beautiful mountain lakes, jumping on the paddleboard. They love it. It's so cool. And meditating a lot more, getting deeper meditations, which is awesome. I've been in a lot more recovery Dharma meetings and AA meetings, learning to navigate how I feel about AA introducing myself as an alcoholic addict is humbling, but I also don't feel as if that is very helpful. I mean, it's tattooed on my forehead. I mean, do I want to continue calling myself an alcoholic addict for years when I'm not going to be an alcoholic addict? I want to not be an alcoholic addict. I want to move beyond all of that. So why would I call myself that? And why would I say that I'm powerless over my addictions when I want to have power over them? So I'm struggling through these definitions of things. Maybe not struggling, I'm just trying to navigate them. That's why I like to call myself a former drunk, because I was a drunk. And even though I've hit my max days, 40 days of no alcohol, and hit those days and then slipped some and had some days without it, a week, 2 weeks, have a little, going back and forth. Sort of feels like calibrating, but then again feels just a slippery freaking slope, man. So I know now how easy I could just go right back to daily drinking and feel worthless. And all my videos, I have said there's so much support and you are worth it. We are worth it. But I wasn't saying that to myself. I wasn't saying I'm worth it. So I was slipping. And it seems since I quit doing the videos, took a break, that I started slipping more back to drinking. I think that it's my sober project. Project sober. Sobriety. Recovery. So many definitions. Surrendering. I don't know if this is making any sense, but it's a journey. And I want to be at point Z already. And that ain't going to happen today. They keep telling me, everybody, all my support, sober support keeps saying, one day at a time. I'm not going to drink today. I might tomorrow. And tomorrow, I'm not going to drink today. I'm going to maybe drink tomorrow. And the next day, I'm not drinking today. And you just got to go one day at a time. And I want to fast track it, but I can't. And it's impossible. So I got to quit thinking how fast I can get there, because it is just one day at a time. We can't be in tomorrow. We can only be right here, right now. So taking a little break, get some water, hydrate. 2 days to do it, and not gonna drink at the end of the day, which will be a new thing, because the past few years of doing this is absolutely drinking at the end of the day. That was the absolute norm. And smoking weed all day. Yeah. So this is the rewiring, is learning not to do that, and learning I'm okay without it, and I'm better without it, and that I don't want that because I'm worth it. That in the last, like, a week and a half even, like 10 days, only 10 days, I have, for the first time, linked up with my own self-worth, which is the encouragement to not drink. Because when I lack the self-worth is when I tip the bottle. Because somewhere inside of me thinks that my worth comes from alcohol. But I'm worth it to not. And so are you. Struggling with addiction. You are worth it to not consume alcohol daily, regularly. Yeah. We're worth it. We're worth it. It's pretty aggravating, I guess, a little frustrating to know that you walk into the grocery store or you drive around our U.S. states anymore, and there's dispensaries and liquor stores just right in your face. Aisles of alcohol. There's a store in my hometown. You walk in and the first thing you see is just a mountain of cases of beer. Right in your face. Shoving it down your throat. And those of us wanting to say no anymore and find our worth in not tipping the bottle and drinking down our traumas or in all of our suffering, it's shoved down. It's just right there. Dispensaries, every freaking corner. Drink, smoke. It's good for you. God wants you to be happy. There's signs. It's just ridiculous when we should have more encouragement to not do that. the teeny tiny writing on it. This is addictive. This is all addictive. And this can, do not drink if you're pregnant. Well, okay, well, men don't get pregnant, so where's their warning? Yeah. It's just shoved down our face. It's right in our face all the time, everywhere we go. And next thing we know, we're addicts and alcoholics, and we're in treatment, and we're in jail. We're called criminals because we made bad choices. But they don't take away the fact of the advertisement. My mentor tells me, you're not the happy-go-lucky, smiling person in the Bud Light commercial at the barbecue. Yeah! I'm the girl upside down in her pickup truck. And that, I am so blessed to have found my mentor. That we are able to connect in this life, because she just lays it out there. How truthful is that? That's truth. Neato. It was kind of cool backing up that splitter, because you can't see those things behind you. I have a backup camera. That made it real easy. Well, I'd say for one thing, I got to get through that whole pile, and then it'll be several evenings after work stacking that whole pile, which I've done 12 cords in 2 days splitting, so it's doable. That's why I'm not splitting by hand, because I have plenty of other projects going, and plus getting all that wood stacked after it's split this weekend. Playing on the homestead. Sometimes I feel like going rogue and jumping in my trailer and just getting the F out of here. It's so much work. But I can do it. And part of my linking up with self-worth is knowing I do that for myself. I can just give myself the pat on the back and not wait for someone else to fulfill that need. It's very interesting to realize most of my life I've waited to hear it from others, because I never got that necessarily as a child, adolescent. So it just followed me into my adult life of waiting for someone else to say, good job, instead of just telling myself that. I do tell myself that, but then I don't feel it because I don't know how to feel. So learning how to feel anger, learning how to feel sadness, knowing that my anger and sadness over past traumatic experiences is valid, that my nonstop crying fits can be a lot of days of just pure self-pity and not telling myself, quit feeling sorry for yourself. Say, yeah, feel sorry for yourself because it's valid. It's okay. It's okay to do that and not drink them down, because that's where I would seek self-worth. Not seek self-worth from others, just in myself. Yep. I'm a badass. So I'm going to get back to splitting wood. My pumpkins did great. Gotten 8 pumpkins off the patch thus far. I do like to cook those up for the dogs, and it's good for their digestion. Keeps the toots out. Got some big uns in there. Some big pumpkins this year. Oh, they're huge. That guy's ginormous. And lo and behold, this guy popped up the other day. Out of the blue. I'm walking by and, oh, hello. So here's another traumatic rage. It's my term for it. I came out one day and just started cutting. So now I gotta clean up what I did. I made a mess. But it sure helped me work out some pent-up energy. And truthfully, in my treatment and AAs or Recovery Dharma meetings, I have learned I'm not alone in these rages. It seems that it can be actually a common or normal aspect that we go through when we stop our addictions. we move away from them, we have rage come out. It's like pure anger. And this cutting of trees and brush is transparent, honest, is to keep me from cutting and hurting myself. Because those thoughts too come up when you lack such feelings of self-worth. You just want to hurt yourself. Suicide. This can happen. So I haven't been too far off from thinking this is the end of my day, and feeling like I don't want to live anymore because I feel like I don't have any self-worth. So I come out and do this stuff. It keeps me from that, and so does knowing I have to feed my dogs. No one else is going to feed them but me. I need to wake up in the morning and feed them, and I need to be there at night to feed them, so I can't take my life. So in lieu of killing myself, I come out and do this shit. However, I am now linking up with self-worth because I'm realizing that's why I tipped the bottle, to find self-worth, which we don't find in the bottle. You can drink it all down and look in it, and there's no self-worth in there. And I don't even find it in doing this. This just works out the energy to get past those moments of wanting to die. It's just right in me. I have to say, my therapist is so incredible because she's helping guide me to realizing this. It's so important to have a therapist who can work with you on those levels, who can that you connect well with. Not all therapists are going to be the right one for us. We got to find the right one, and I'm so grateful for that, to find that. And she's helping me learn that my self-worth's always been there. Before I was born, in the womb, when I was born, it's always there. I'm worth every bit of the life that I want to live. I'm really hoping, because of the fucked up slurry my brain was in and my feelings that I was in when I last drank, will be the reminder. I mean, all of it should be the reminder. Upside down in your pickup. The aches and pains, the financial situation, the abuse to your teeth that it does, and the abuse that it does to your whole body, every organ. But really, it's knowing I'm scared. I'm scared to find myself going back to it, where in these last few months has been thinking, I could do it one day again. I could do it once in a while. I can manage it just once in a while. And that's the addiction talking. And that's the brain trying to go back to it because you're so used to it. I mean, you drink daily and chronically for decades of your life. You're just wired to do that. You have to break that addiction. And I'm just trying to get there, and I'm gonna, because I'm worth it. Yay. Scared to drink again, because you walk into the grocery store and it's right there, just a mountain of cases of beer, and then you do it, and you get addicted to it, and then you're a criminal. DUIs, abuse, we make bad decisions. But we don't get this kind of education growing up. We don't get this in school. We're just taught history and science. We're not taught how the brain works necessarily, or how maybe we grew up in an abusive or neglected family, not learning how to feel, told not to feel. So we don't learn this growing up. We just are influenced to drink. We see people doing it, and then it's in our face in the store or driving around dispensaries. Yeah, let's drink, let's smoke some weed, it's fun, woo. And then we're addicted, and we don't know how to feel and think for ourselves, and then we make bad choices from it, and then we're a criminal, and then we're in treatment, and then trying to survive recovery. And it is so hard. So again, I've talked about drunks aren't monsters. We're not monsters. We just didn't learn not to drink. We learned to drink and smoke and snort and inject. We just learned to do that instead of feel our feelings. And then it leads to the bad choices, and then we're criminals. And we have to go to court and be required to do whatever they tell us to do. Instead of looking at, hey, maybe you need to address your traumas. Maybe we should think about how we could rewire our brains. We make bad choices from our addictions because we're not addressing the root cause. So I do find a little bit of a struggle in thinking I'm just a criminal or a shameful person when I need to look a little deeper and find my self-worth, discover it, link up with it, and realize, yeah, my self-worth is a lot more worth tipping the bottle, drinking it all down. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to quit chattering and get back to my work. Oh. Break's over. Had a sandwich. I'm back to it. Sandwich. Jump in the pool. been nice having this pool when it gets so damn hot out here. Can't see me because I'm skinny dipping. That's how we do it out here on the farm. Go away, bee.